Are we gonna have to take the quick supply? It looks like it. A lot of HP though. It's not bad. Giant spec, no. Speed spec, no. Ferocious spec is possible, but I want the storms for the fire. The hounds are pretty garbage. Um, so we're gonna use the storms to set the fire. We're not gonna use the hounds. How do we set this up so the hounds don't get splashed immediately? Maybe like this? Or do we put them in the middle? I think they need to be like this or like this. It's probably not bad in the middle. What does this guide say? Guide says it needs to be in the middle, but I don't know. What does this guy say? It says they need to be like this. That is a possibility. We can do this. So this guy says we do it like this. Okay. Red scare is pretty good. I think this is fine. We're not going to get splashed, I think. All right. It's going as standard as you could possibly go. Speed is 10. This is 16. Should be all right with these hounds, right? Or are they just going to get... Oh my goodness. Yeah, so it's better off to put them a little bit more on the side. Hopefully we can clear up this one last crawler here. Doesn't look like it. All right, so we got one crawler. But it's causing a lot of problems here. We still are maybe... We can't win this. But it's not a huge loss. So it's not horrible, but I don't like our positioning again on this. It's so hard to figure out how to position this. Okay, extended range Vulcan. Proof Phoenix is interesting. I'm just gonna skip. And I wonder if we just keep building our board a little bit. Maybe we just go with the crawler beacon thing. But it may not be the greatest idea. I think we just get started straight into the Phantom Rays. A crawler beacon is interesting though. Like a crawler here is not a big deal. What else can we go for, right? So we're gonna have to use our money on the extra crawler. Alternatively, we can just... Yeah, I think this is fine. All right, let's just go with this. Nice missile. Very happy that we used this. Because that missile would have hurt. It's a round 2 missile, which is pretty bad. It's not standard. He sells his... Did he sell his... oh, he went Improve Phoenix. It's kind of crazy. So his HP is 250%. So they're more tanky than the Phantom Ray. I see. Interesting. So this is going to be an Improved Phoenix versus Phantom Ray, normal Phantom Ray game. But they do cost 300. That is one serious downside. They are going to one-shot us. But we just get the shield and we kind of counter this. But the HP is kind of a problem. They're at, what, 10,000 HP now? So it's a huge problem. But we do get this. Yeah, the HP for 250 is pretty insane. We will go aerial spec right away. I think we have to start going fire here. Just go aerial spec right away. And maybe just 2 more wasps. Or is that just too much of an overcommitment? Maybe 1 wasp, 1 Phantom Ray. Just so we have stuff for the fire. Maybe they should be like this. And maybe this should be like here. All right. It's kind of the mirror matchup. It's at 10,000 per, so it's like a level 3 Phoenix. And if he gets shield, it's going to be just crazy. It's going to be 20,000. It's pretty much like a boat worth of damage, but good thing he doesn't have splash on the Phoenixes. And it's a good thing that we have the Wasps with AA. It's the perfect counter. Really. I think we don't invest more into the Phantom Rays because he's going to go AA Wasps as well now. You'd imagine our next step is probably the fort, or it's like something to counter the fort. Armor is interesting, but it's just so good for him to get the armor. You can go armor on this, but does it really do anything? It's still going to get one shot, I think, so you could hold on to it, but... So let's just hold on to it, see if we get something in the drop. And let's just go oil. Let's just oil him with this. Guess we just go for another wasp here, but not sure what to do. Another crawler, maybe. I mean, what else can we possibly do here? Imagine he might, like, try to missile here, which would be pretty devastating. But it's not like we just put 2 crawlers here, I'm pretty sure, right? Alright. Full on. So he's got double tech now. We're still single tech. He's gonna win this for sure, but maybe we're over investing in the fire here. Maybe that's our mistake. He's gonna completely wipe out our wasps because he has the better technology. So we're just gonna go into the forts now. We do have the shield. Problem is the Phoenixes. They're gonna tank so much of the fort, and it's gonna be really hard for us to kill the Phoenix. So we might have lost the game already. Vulcan's Descent. Vulcan's Descent, Underground Threat, maybe. Laser Sight, maybe on this guy, but I think it's time that we give up on the Wasps now. I think we just want to skip here. And let's see, what do we do? Sell out of a wasp now, maybe? Or borrow? Both are not great options, but I think we have to do something. Let's just borrow to go for this. And we'll think about how far up this needs to be. It might be good to just still go for the beacon anyways. Like, we can just beacon, like... I think this positioning is fine. Might be a little bit better over here, but... Or at least, I mean, I think it's fine, but... Might be better to go 2 on one side, though. Alright. What is this? So he's going healing sabers, but they're only level 1. Guess we can go for rocket punch, maybe, if needed. Somehow he sold out of both of the... Alright, so we're still doing damage. The fort was absolutely brilliant into the... into these guys, to these sledges. But we may not be able to win this. That being said. Especially if we get debuffed here. Yep. Okay, wait a second. Can we get another volley off? Nope. Great melting point for him. What do we do? Do we just go counter melting point or Void Eyes? Farseer or... Like, we're already committed. He's going to go melting point for sure. So maybe we just go for this with the mechanical diff. What about the Void Eye? Does the Void Eye do anything to the melting point? Like, if it's on the ground, does it maybe... Maybe let's just go for the Void Eye here, right? Let's just try it. This has 90. This has more range. So we'll just kind of make it like chaff, maybe. I don't think it's the greatest idea, but... I don't know. Maybe let's just oil him here. Maybe like this. Or maybe like this. All right. Probably need another crawler somewhere. No melter, interestingly. What did he do? He got something and sold it. Very interesting. Maybe the Void Eyes need to be a little bit further back. Looking at... I was expecting the melter. Yeah, it's very good how they clump together. So on this side. Like, this is a really juicy target here. But we still have some more units to deal with here. Let's see if we can get this. Nope. It's getting closer, but wait. Oh, it's getting closer, but it's not quite enough. We need to sell those Void Eyes, I think. Incendiary, again, is good. It's good for him. We're definitely going to start selling out these Void Eyes. Probably just want to missile this, but just continue to fire here. We probably want to protect our own fire a little bit, maybe, like here. Maybe here as well. How much damage did this guy do? Maybe not. Maybe just here. Just want more, I think, for sure. I think we start borrowing because things are getting a little bit critical. We're not doing amazing here anymore. And maybe we get the defense or... What do we do here? Just get like a missile here, maybe? Missile here, maybe? Kind of bad targets to hit. But we do have an excess amount of these guys. So next volley, I think we take care of most of them. 19k per shot is kind of scary, but now, I mean, he might just lose right now. There's just too much. I think he had to go for the melter, honestly. I'm actually shocked he didn't go for the melter, but I'm not sure our Void Eye play was any good. Oh my goodness, please don't do this to me. What do we do now? Quick cooldown. EMP blast is going to be amazing. We obviously go for that. Continue to beacon this. Definitely EMP here, I think. Though, it maybe not even. I mean, he does have the higher level Phoenix here. Maybe he can beacon out of this. I think we definitely have to shield everything. Maybe even this guy. Just keep going more of these guys. Borrow, range. We keep going. I mean, we fully expect to see. Maybe we expect to see what the we expect to see the war factory, don't we? What can we do about that? Not much. So yeah, I don't know here. We might have lost if he just goes for the war factory. There's not much we can do here. 2 war factories with armor. Okay. You actually EMP one? No. Kind of a waste of missiles for sure. I wonder if the two war factories is going to be enough here. Like, he's lost everything. Well, not really. We need to take care of his wasps. And maybe the war factories are just too much here. It's that we've... Yeah, it might be too much here for him. And we have too much air chaff. So, it looks like we win this. Very, very scary game for us. Yeah, I'm super surprised he didn't go melters. He went this instead, but I think that was his mistake. I don't know what made him think he was gonna, like, this was gonna work, because I guess if we went to maybe this is for the Mustang play, because usually you want Mustangs behind. I think if we went Mustangs, we would have just gotten worked, but like, why? I don't think we ever go Mustangs here. And I'm shocked that he didn't go Melter. All right, guys, let's take a look at that. By the way, I think we're at the highest MMR we've been so far. Looks like we're at 2257, which is pretty impressive. That would make us, I think, maybe like top 40 or something, maybe 30. So yeah, everyone we face is very challenging, and we lose way more than, well, probably a little bit more than if we win against these guys. And this guy's like, he's absolutely no slouch here, so it's kind of not fair. But let's see. So he went with this. So our Void Eye was absolute garbage. Our Void Eye play was the most stupidest move we could have done. I'm surprised we got away with it. It was just because like, I mean, why would he not go for the melting point? Is crazy. Phase Rain. So obviously you take the melter, right? You just go range and maybe go for like 2 more. What else do we do here? Units level up. Do you want to level those guys up? Maybe we don't want to build any more chaff, I think. We're already committed into the sledges, so maybe don't sell that. Maybe just go for like maybe like a melter or a phantom ray here just to take a splash damage. I don't know, maybe just something here so it comes in at a different angle. Maybe we sell out of something, but I don't think it's the chaff. We're not so worried about the chaff. Maybe we just sell this to get temp range. I don't know. Maybe don't mess with anything. Let's just borrow, get this, and see how we do here. So this was actually A very, very good move. It looks like, you know, that's severely causing some huge, huge problems. Fortunately, we set our own stuff on fire, but now the wasps are coming in, and we need to kill the wasps before we can get a lock on the units. Looks like the Void Eyes kind of it, you know, kind of tanked a shot there for a second. But now we have fully locked onto the fortresses. This is kind of how I expected it to go here, right? It just view battlefield, yeah. Like he got the drop. Why would he not? Why would he not go for it? Is the question. Like, it's just so curious. So for us, obviously the 3 Void Eyes were garbage against what he's gonna do specifically, which I guess he wanted to do this, but I'm not sure if that was the greatest play because you could, well, he gets 1 volley, but then by the time his late army arrives, kind of doesn't. So he just got more phoenixes. Okay, so he wanted to take out the phoenixes. But then wouldn't you get, why would you get this? Well, I guess you get it for this guy, but wouldn't shield be better in this case? So, all right, well, let's try the line of going shield like on the. What about the Void Eye? Well, Void Eyes are not good because they'll just die, right? But what about going shield? All right, so we can sell this for 600. And why not go shield instead? Energy shield, maybe even range, but maybe not. I mean, what about elite recruiting more phoenixes? And let's just missile this. I think it's like here. We'll borrow shield. Maybe an oil on his. Maybe just this, and maybe an oil here. Maybe. All right. So let's see how well these phoenixes tank. First volley comes up. What's not great is the fact that the phoenixes are like really close to the wasps, meaning like they're kind of getting hit. All right, so this worked insanely well. Like, I think he just, maybe it was a misclick or something. Like, maybe he meant to click this, but he clicked this accidentally. So this is even better, I think. Try this round again. Maybe we try it without the missile here. Try it without cheating this time. So we'll go for this. I think we elite recruit, right? Okay, we borrowed, but we're not going to use the 200. So we have 200 left. I guess we throw down some missiles. Like maybe get the 1 defense, throw down 2 missiles, or just the oil and 1 missile. Probably the oil. It's not a horrible idea. Like this. Just 1 missile, maybe missile this or missile this. We probably want a missile here. All right. So we'll let ourselves get distracted. This is kind of what you would do if you were just going to be like, all right, we have improved phoenixes, we can tank. Like, they're tanking so much, and that was an insanely good missile. How's this fort doing? Okay. Still, you know, it's taking forever to kill like a single phoenix here. And all the forts are dead. I mean, we still have level 2 phoenixes here. So really it's the shield, like the most important thing about that improved phoenix is the HP. I'm shocked that he went for like the elite marksman just for 5 extra range. I mean, why would you go 5 extra range? Because most of his units were like level 1. There was like level 2, so 10 extra range. And, you know, 40% damage is definitely huge into this, but you'd imagine, you know, going 100% extra, you know, basically you're going from 250 extra HP to 500% HP. Like, it's 500 HP extra from a base Phoenix, or, you know, like, I mean, the attack's 50, so, you know, you get 40% on top of that, which is like, you know, it's like 1.4 plus, you know, so it's like, I don't know, 1.7, still under 2x, but you go from 2.5 to 5x health. I mean, it seems very obvious that I would go for that, but maybe, I don't know, maybe was he like, because it's very hard to beat. Like, the HP of the Phoenix is it's 10,000 each, so it's 20,000 times 2, 40,000. Like, there's nothing that deals 40,000 damage. These missiles, they're 16 times 900, so even if each one hits, it's only like 14,000, which, you know, you need like, you know, I don't know how many, when you split it up like this, you would need like, I don't know, like 100 forts here. So we should have lost that, you know, the moment he clicked the improved Phoenix, we should have lost right there, but we got super lucky. Plus, going for the levels, it's super OP because, like, each time you level it up, then you get another 250%. Like, but you only pay, you know, 300 to 400, 33%. So it's super duper OP. Like, we should have probably played that ourselves. Very embarrassed about the full Void Ray play. Like, that was just absolute trash. So he goes for the Phoenixes immediately on round 2, right? So it's gonna be hard for us to like kind of simulate what happens here. Like, do we really go Phoenixes on round 2? I mean, I was thinking about it, but I was like, you know, we don't know how to play this like Phoenix style. I mean, I guess it's kind of like a Phantom Ray, but better. But then what about the oil, right? Like, I just didn't want to necessarily get. So let's see how much we lose by here. Not much. Lose by 200. Let's just simulate this. Improve Phoenix. Okay, we unlock it. Just get one. Then, I don't know, we put it here. Or, you know, let's just put it here in the middle. Or just here. You know, just so it doesn't go straight on. And I guess we go for, like, the thing here. With the beacon. Alright. So let's just see how this goes. It's very important when you beacon, you only beacon like 75% of them because you can dodge quite a bit, just like that missile. Beacon is doing is doing a lot here. I'd imagine we win this, but the problem is like we just can't go Phantom Rays all of a sudden. Like, we'd have to go, I think, straight into the Wasp. So it kind of really, like, by taking the Phantom Ray out of this situation, yeah. So that was kind of pointless, but just wanted to see, like, okay, so, you know, we obviously do a little bit better there, but yeah, we play Phantom Rays because we, you know, that's how we know how to start the game, and kind of like we know how to transition. We always start with the Phantom Ray first. Plus it does a lot for the oil. That being said, he has 4 chaff, we have 3 chaff. Now it's 5, but then we have 4, so I guess we kind of are burning most of our own chaff, and we're spending money to do it. He's not spending anything. He gets the benefit of our chaff burning. So, all right. So this is the round where we start losing the battle, and that's because we go for our fire spells, and he just invests into what works, right? And maybe that's what's a mistake. We lose 1,000 there. You could definitely not say it's amazing. Like that might be our second mistake. The void ray, the void eye was probably was definitely a huge mistake. Maybe this is even the bigger mistake. But can we actually get into like the some kind of mirror here? So we'll just skip here. Go here, 2 more. Just see how this works out for us. All right, he's already selling out of the storms, which I think it's kind of going to cost maybe tempo or something. Like ideally you don't want to sell out of too much stuff because it's just like less deployments, less stuff on the ground. So we still lose this, and I think this is worse. Like if we're still losing this after going double tech, now we can't get out of the wasps anymore. Now we've dug our grave. So I would say that maybe that wasn't a mistake. Maybe that was fine. Right, because we lose to this, and then we think, okay, it's a mistake because we should have also matched his technologies. But look, we match the technologies, we still lose, and now it's way, way worse because we can't get out of the wasps anymore. We're double tacked onto something that is maybe potentially useless. And once his wasps level, which almost 3 packs, they level, then it snowballs out of control. We do have 1 wasp that levels, or 2, but it's I know this feeling, where it's like you're in the wasp mirror, but then you fall behind. It's just GG if you invested too much into the wasp, because you can't get out of it, and his it's just going to be a mirror match where he snowballs. So maybe I'm happy that we put up the wasps. It's kind of like just a gambit. Whereas like we don't really invest in it. We just like kind of throw it out, it's kind of see what happens. And then once we make him over invest into the wasp, right? So we're like, hey, we're going to play wasp now. And then we're going to play air mirror. And then he's like, okay, well, we'll just kill you with the range. And, and we'll massacre you with the air superiority wasp. So then we're like, okay, that's fine. Now look into the eyes of our Fort AA, right? And then the Fort AA will wipes up the ground. And so this is the round where we go for the Fort AA. He goes for the tanks, which is one of the most shocking things I was expecting. I was not expecting that. So from this perspective, and he still wins, I think. Yeah, he still wins by 400, but it's just not a good long-term setup here. I think what I would have done, like, so he wins by 400. All right, so we don't know if he's going to go for it, right? We cannot estimate that. We know that in order for him to counter this, it's either Mustang or it's Fort. Now, the Mustangs, I think that's why he went for those tanks. Like, the tanks are designed to counter the Mustang, presumably. Plus, they can't burn, right? So that was the thought process behind it. We had to borrow to go for it AA, right? So it was like, you know, we had to go like really desperate. A more reasonable, measured, conservative approach would have been, let's just go range Mustangs first, then go forts later, right? That's usually how you want to play it. Jumping straight into forts can be a disaster, so that's why he maybe wasn't predicting it. So I would just get this maybe, and I would actually just throw it on the fire here actually instead. Try this round again. So I'd say, okay, why don't you just burn yourself like with your own oil? Could do it here, but then I think, yeah, could also just do it here, but I think this is better. So we're expecting either Mustangs or the forts. So Mustang or forts, I don't know, like, you know, maybe just oil him. Like if he's gonna go, like if he, you know, if he wants to do that, why don't we just oil him like this? You know what I mean? Like, there's gonna be fire here, and then let's just go all day long, you know, fire. Okay, so that takes care of the Mustang threat. And, you know, we'll just go for like a Phoenix maybe to counter potential forts. We need to sell out of something, so maybe it's another. I mean, I don't think it's going to be more wasps here because we run the risk of kind of committing too heavily into the wasp. So is it a tech? Maybe like energy shield? You know, just in case he goes forward AA. Or maybe the oil was a bit like, was actually, you know, I wonder if the oil was like too much. Maybe, you know, maybe it was too much of a waste. Maybe we could have gotten another Phoenix, but, you know, 3 Phoenixes with the, especially level 2, really starts making sense, but, you know. So you would imagine this also works if we go into Mustang. But maybe he was just so sure that we were gonna go into the Mustang. Maybe let's just double check because we know a player of this caliber is not just doing random stuff here. So let's just play along, and we'll go for our Mustang, right? Probably go for this. Go for our 3 Mustangs. Range for it first, you'd imagine. Keep in mind, we're holding on to this shield item, which it would make me suspicious that a giant's gonna get played. 50, I don't know. Just put it on like the Phantom Ray. Maybe just like a random missile here or something. Okay, so the random missile is gonna actually kill this. It's gonna be an amazing missile for us. So maybe we shouldn't missile here just to see like how this actually works. Because I'm pretty sure they get stuck. They get stuck on the sabers. Yeah, this is actually looking really good for us. Maybe we almost didn't have to go for the Fort AA. I don't know. Well, wait a second. Saber's fully healed up, and now we've got nothing left. All right, so let's try that one more time. I think he was 100% sure we were going into the Mustang. So why don't we just skip everything? Is there any scenario when we can like elite recruit some? Yes, we can. But we need to sell something. Maybe sell out with one of these guys. Range. And no missile. No armor. Maybe I'll just put the armor on like this guy here, but you would never put armor here, so no missile, no armor. Let's just see how this goes. I think this is our best play. Like, we want the level 2 Mustangs. It's going to give us the greatest chance. So 5% of his health is 150 a second. Not sure what that means. Yeah, that's pretty much the same thing a level 2 Mustang does, but if he's in the fire, then it kind of compounds a little bit more. I think this is what he was trying to do here. These Phoenixes are like basically like boats. All right. So I must imagine that was the thought process. So it's very good that we didn't go for it. Now, the reason why we don't go for the Mustang immediately is because, I don't know, maybe it's because we're stupid, but I think it's because like we have the fire and we don't want him to like kind of oil us the round after. So it's like ideally we don't go Mustangs because then we end up having to buy shields every round, or it just becomes really tricky since we're setting stuff on fire. It's very easy for him to like he just put a crawler here. Like if we had Mustangs like that, he just puts a crawler here, so then the missiles fire over. Then he just oils here, and then like maybe this guy dies. Maybe it's not too much, but that is what happens. So for us on the round where we went the Void Eye, yeah, I mean, I think anything would have been better. Like I was expecting melting point, so I was actually thinking we should just get a melting point just so we can go melting point versus melting point. That was what I was thinking, and maybe that's what we try, just get a melting point. But I don't know. Maybe the thing is, if he doesn't go melting point, then what does this guy do? It does nothing. It's not like we're gonna go multi-melter or anything. So yeah, melter. I think what I decided was like maybe melter is good in a vacuum, but we're already committed into the fortresses, so we have no choice but to continue to go fortresses. So it would have been nice to just go more fortresses right away, and I think we would borrow for sure something like this. Go for the range. Forget about the missile. Just see how this goes. All it takes is one wasp to be left, and we kind of waste another volley. See, just like that. Still alive. See, that one wasp actually did so much. But there's just too much now. Yeah, we definitely should have done this. So we win by 1400 here. It's definitely the right play. And we win by, yeah, we lose actually. So that would have been a huge swing of 1700 if we just didn't go for the stupid Void Eye. I was just thinking, like, what if you had a Melter? Then doesn't the Void Eye kind of counter the Melter a little bit? Like, I was thinking, maybe we can go for the Electromag. I was, in case he goes for the Multi-Melter. And those were the thoughts, because I saw the video where you can go the Void Eye and just click Multi-Melter. And, Electromag, armor, and then the Multi-Melter, like, kind of, gets disabled. And I was thinking, okay, this is going to be good tanks, because he's going to have the Melter pointed straight at the forts. So, I mean, I don't think he would put the fort so forward, but in retrospect, and these guys just move like just way too fast forward. All right, so we already tested what he's gonna do, what he should do on this round. The very last round, I mean, I'm happy about the way we played it. He went for the war factories in the middle. Um, it's interesting how it's in the middle because you know what, like, if your goal is, I don't know, like I would put these guys in the front here. I would have been more scared of that, and I would have been more scared of like a level 2 one. And I don't know, the EMP is interesting, but maybe he doesn't have money for it, so let's just see here. Like, well, what can we sell out of? We definitely need to missile this, you would imagine, right? But let's just see how much money we have in the best case scenario. So we have this. We have the armor. I'm gonna borrow, go for range. And we need to put this guy somewhere. Like, I would say here is good. I don't want it to die right away to the blue melter. I don't want to just go straight in. I would missile this. I would missile that. Missile here, and I would also missile here. Even though it's not going to do a lot, I would still missile it. And I think mobile beaking this guy, like, maybe like, you know, it's still pretty good. Maybe like this. I think this is still pretty good. But maybe it just, we just need to drag this guy like here. All right. We can sell something. What do we sell out of? Can't think of anything to sell out of here, but maybe we need to sell off something to get the speed. Maybe speed is important. I'm not quite sure if it is. Why is this thing going here? Okay, so this was not part of the plan. Yeah, this is not good. Let's just restart this right away. Looks like we do have money for this, maybe. We need to sell something more significant. I don't know if it's worth it, though. Because there's going to be shields everywhere. And we'd have to sell something more significant, like a Phoenix. Which I don't necessarily want to sell, so... let's just go for this. Put it onto, like, one of these super high level guys. I'm thinking the chances of this working is not that high. Definitely go armor. And want the missile here. We want a missile, maybe missile here, I'm not sure. We sell something. What do we sell? Yeah, so let's just beacon this. Let's make sure this is like beacon like this here. Speed, or I think it's the armor, so just sell out of this, go for this, and maybe the speed. All right. Yeah, the problem is the EMP on our backline units. But if we look here, this war factory is killing everything. And it was exactly what I was worried about. I mean, we can answer this with a melter, but this is the last thing we wanted to see. And it worked a lot better. When I saw his like level 1 guys here, like I was like, you know, I was really kind of confused. Like, why would you, you know, I was kind of happy to see it, but it was like, it was really confusing. Like, why would you put it in the middle, right? it only makes sense to put on the line so we can kill everything real quick. Maybe the tower, it's actually better to like have this go into the tower here. Like I would go here and then here, something like that. Go for the speed. Still gonna want to missile this. Maybe go for like a missile interceptor here. And what else do we do here? We just sell this. Go for more missiles. Missile here, missile here. Oh wait. I'm an idiot here. Try this again. Let's just, you know, let's just skip that. Do like the missile interceptor idea though. I do like the beacon for this to be going towards the tower. I think that's it. We could sell something, grab some missiles maybe, like maybe sell something here. Do need to missile this for sure. Do need to missile this. I think that's about it. Probably also need a missile interceptor here. And maybe we don't win that hard on this side because we got missiled there, but it's still a victory. So yeah, I mean, you know, we could always play out the exact mechanics of how to optimize that, but yeah, I think we get the point. The point is we want the war factory. Maybe it's even better in the center, but I think this was a really good spot. This is where I would have put it because it was all the juicy level 1 forts, and yeah, it just looked more like somewhere where we could push. Yeah, so we got lucky. We got lucky a few times. We made a few different mistakes. The first mistake was the Void Eye. Maybe the first mistake was not going to the Phoenix, but then maybe that's not a mistake because we were baiting him to go into the Phoenix. But I really want to go with Phoenix because it just seems like such an OP unit when you get the energy shield. So, but I was just scared because I wasn't comfortable playing, you know, Improved Phoenix. Like it's just not my thing. I think I can play it, but I feel like I always need to start with the Phantom Ray. You know, to create a motion, you know, like a set things in motion. So then once the opponent does something, I'm already kind of ready to respond to it. Without the Phantom Ray, I feel like, you know, it's like playing with my pants off. So even if we have something better, like the Improved Phoenix, like it's just too awkward for me to quite play because then, you know, if he goes into fortresses, then what do? Do I go melters? I'm not really good into. I'm not really a good melter player. So, anyways, glad to win that one, and thanks for watching.